Hi everyone, Kate here, and today I will be attempting to recreate an updo from a 1911 issue of McCall's magazine. I say attempting as I was trying out a new technique and things didn't go quite as I planned. However, even less than successful recreations can be learning experiences, so let's get started. Soft waves were very popular during this time period, so if your hair is straight like mine, you'll want to start by curling it. I've used my no-sew 1930s curlers and let the curls set overnight, but you can use whatever curling method you prefer. To start this style, you'll want to brush out the top of the waves to build a bit of volume. We will want the end of those curls intact later on, so try to just brush out the roots and avoid brushing any further down. The secret to those Edwardian hairstyles is to use some sort of base under the hair. Those big, puffy, floofy updos do not just magically happen without some help. My preferred method is to use a braid of false hair. However, as this article mentions using rolled up tissue paper, I thought I'd give it a try. In theory, this is a great support. It's easily accessible and relatively cheap, it's lightweight and comfortable to wear, and you can shape it to suit whatever style you happen to be doing. That's the theory anyways. With the front sections of hair brushed forward, pin and secure the support across the front of the head. It should reach at least from ear to ear. Next, fold the front section of hair back over the support, hiding it completely, and pinning the hair to secure. Okay, so the tissue paper is showing a bit, but I'm sure if I fuss with it, it'll be fine. The article recommends having a cluster of curls at the back, so I've folded up some of the ringlets and pinned them so that just the ends sit along the base of the neck. The rest of the hair is arranged into random loops and curls at the back. If you're doing someone else's hair, it's easy to be creative with this and get some more perfect formations. I can't see what I'm doing, so I just randomly pin mine, and it usually turns out quite pretty, if a little messier. The back of my style is a bit smaller than the inspiration picture because while I do have long hair, it's definitely a bit on the thin side. Many women of the time, of course, also wouldn't have had all the hair that these styles required, and often added false hair to supplement their own locks. If you have some extensions or an appropriate hairpiece, you can pin it in at this point to make those curls a bit more bountiful at the back. The next step is to add the decorative band. Any fancy scarf or headband will work with this style, but I've opted to use a beaded piece of trim from my sewing stash and accented it with a brooch. I'm wrapping it around my head and tying it at the back so that the curls just peek out from underneath it. Now, this is when I noticed the tissue paper was not going to be fine. I had hoped the band would cover any bits that were peeking out around the ears, but no matter how much I fussed with it, some of the paper kept peeking through. It would look okay from one angle, and then I would turn my head and it would be visible again. A darker paper might have worked better than the white, but I still believe it would have shown through. I still think the tissue paper supports may be a great option for ladies with thick hair, but as I've tried the style a few times since this, I've come to the conclusion that it just doesn't work for my hair. For me, I still find the best method is to use a braid of false hair as a support. It's easy to pin into, and it's not a problem if some parts peek out a bit as long as the braid is a close enough match to your hair color. As that tissue paper was just driving me nuts, I decided to quickly redo the style using the braid. This unfortunately made the back curls a little frizzy and messy in the process, but at least it gives you a better idea of what the front should look like. Well, final thoughts. I like this look, but I do wish I had gone with the false braid from the beginning. The tissue paper sounds like a great idea, but it just isn't for me. I also wish I had had some extra curls to pin in. I think this would have made the back look a lot neater and also would have been a more accurate recreation. There really was a lot of fakery that went into creating those late Edwardian hairstyles. Well, as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! This video is made possible through the generous support of my Patreon members. Thank you.